Hello, trading has closed on the 28th of January 2025. Let's go over my trading plan for Wednesday, which is January 29th, 2025. Please read my disclaimer. Please read how the MEJT system works. We had this move yesterday as the pattern with the early low, and this is, he said, yesterday was the early low, today was the early low right here, and then tomorrow should be the pattern with the early high. Futures were down when I made the recording, and they haven't even opened as I'm recording this, but we said there was a good chance that we would gap up, take out these highs, which would negate the negative implications of yesterday's pattern. We said the wave down could be counted as complete, and if so, we should gap up over this high and then rally. We had the pullback first, but that's actually what happened. This is just a review of what we said. During the day, we had a MEJT buy signal early in the day. That's played out. MEJT said this drop was false, and that's played out as well. Well, this looks like an impressive rally, but I'm not that impressed so far. For one thing, it's just a Fibonacci retrace of the drop. We've rallied for 2 days straight and can't even fill the gap. So for now, at least, it's backing and filling and nothing else. And we also rallied all day, and this close couldn't take out the midday high. That doesn't mean we have to stop here. It just means 2 days of rallying hasn't been enough to invalidate this big drop. Now, maybe it will be enough at some point. Maybe we'll gap up, keep going higher, but for right now, you're just backing and filling this big drop. We had the idea that we completed wave magenta 4, but we said that isn't the only way to count it. It could be completing 1, 2 of magenta 3. It could even be just A of magenta 4. And I think that's not the only way to count it. Here's just a review of what we said. We've completed an ABC with good fibs. If this is the end of magenta 4, today's rally should be able to be counted as a 5-wave structure. I can't do it. How do you count this as a 5-wave structure? And furthermore, if this is wave C in blue at 61.8, there's a perfect Fibonacci ratio with A, which is 100%. So it's a clear ABC. And if it's an ABC, you're not in wave 5. Now maybe there's some other way to count it. Maybe I missed something. That's always possible, but if you have to fudge to make the count work, you have to look for some other count. You have to find some other way to explain this. Maybe the explanation is we're still in wave green C. If this is the height of green A, we have green C stopping here at 61.8. But there's no reason it can't stop at 78.6, which is 59.20. And there's no reason green C can't equal green A, which is just under 58.64. In fact, we counted 5 waves down yesterday. That could be A of green C. We can now count 3 waves up, which could be B of green C. And look what happens if by some chance C of green C stops right at the same 58.64 minus level. If that happens, this would be perfect wave balance with A. You'd have your A, your B, your C. This would be 78.6, and this would be 100, and you would stop right at around 58.64. I mean, if we do start down from here, it makes a lot of sense. And if we don't, then that's not the right idea. But if we do start down tomorrow, that's 200 points down. I'm not going to sit through that. So tomorrow's pattern has a yearly high regardless of where we open. Typically it's a rally day with a final hour high. Failure is a straight line drop, and that's on the table right now. If this high holds, that's on the table. The FOMC announcement comes out at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. I never try to predict the response to these reports. I just can't do it. They jump all over the place. I just stand aside. Today's rally stopped at resistance. The wave count suggests we're still in wave agenda 4 with much lower prices in store before the rally continues. So if that's the right idea, we should drop pretty much right from the open. And if we don't, then you don't have to risk any money. Sentiment indicators still say we're near a significant low, and if we hit a fib target, and that was just under 58.64 cash, near Woodson's January 31 date. Remember, these dates aren't exact. They have some leeway. If we get that price in that time, it should be worth going long. So for right now, I don't like where we stop. The waves balance out here and are compatible with a drop of over 200 handles. But if we get that, I think it's a place to go long. We'll have to see where we open tomorrow. Remember, the day is usually bullish. I mean, we open up here, just forget this count. But if we start down, it could be 200 points without changing the picture. So, again, when this FOMC announcement comes out, I'm usually watching from the sidelines. But for right now, it's stopping in a very inappropriate place if you're a bull. And there might be a chance to go long 200 points lower than where we are now. That's if we start down. And if we get that straight line drop, which should be comparable to this one, if that's the right count. It's the pattern with the early high. Usually it's a bullish thing, but there's a real chance we get a straight line drop. Cannot rule it out. And that's today's call.